Hello, guys. This is Coach Paul, and we're back with another Chalk Talk. Guys, today we're gonna, I was a wide receiver throughout most of my high school career, college, and at the indoor arena football realm, and I do the wide receiver training. So I wanted to go over what are 5 traits of a D1 wide receiver. This is for you guys who are looking to get at the next level, at D1. So, number one, speed. You're playing, like, if you watch the NFL Combine this year, 2025, those cornerbacks and safeties are running an average of 4 40-yard dashes. So that's what you're up against running routes. So you need some type of speed for sure. At 4.5 and down, I've seen, like, myself, I was a 4.6, barely a 4.5 when I played back in the day, and that was decent back then. Today 4.5s are like normal for most guys. But you got guys running 4.4, 4.3s going forward, and they're running just as fast going backwards. I believe the cornerbacks are the most athletic guys on that football field. So you as a wide receiver needs decent speed. So that's number one. Without some type of speed, I mean, it's going to be very hard to compete, in one-on-ones or getting open on the field. Number two, make tough catches. So one of the things that, obviously we train speed work in a sports performance world because we help, athletes run the 40-yard dash in their combines. But number two trait is making tough catches. And one thing we do I emphasize in our wide receiver training is not just running routes. Running routes are important. Being fast is important. Everything gels together. But if you can't catch, like I've seen back then, they tried making Olympic sprinters because they're so fast. They tried to see if they could play football, but they couldn't catch. So number one, they couldn't get open because they only knew straight speed. But anyways, making tough catches is key. So I do a lot of hand-eye coordination work within my wide receiver training. It's not just about running routes. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on your speed, but more importantly, we got to have that hand-eye coordination and make tough catches. So, in your high school highlight tapes, recruiters don't want to see the norm. You run a hitch route, slant, out, post, and you're just making regular catches. That's great. It's definitely great. But when you are making that real highlight catch, my rule of thumb is you touch it, you catch it. In my career, I've never dropped a pass, which, by right, I played at a school in high school where we ran the ball more than we passed. But when we did pass, I never dropped the ball in the game. That was my rule. You touch it, you catch it. So I don't care if it's one hand or two hands, we're making that grab. Recruiters don't want to see routine plays. They want to see the tough catches as well. Jump balls, catching while getting hit, diving with catches, etc. Those make you stand out. Number 3 trait, explosive plays with the ball. So, it doesn't matter if you're on offense or, you have like a Travis Hunt where you play both sides of the ball, or maybe you're also doing punt returns, kick returns, you're playing defense. Like, whatever it is, you got to make explosive plays, with that ball and just making big plays on top of it. So number 4, recruiters want to see what kind of chemistry you have with your QB. So what does that mean? Bottom line, you got to have a great relationship with your quarterback. Like me, my quarterback in high school and in college was my best friend. So obviously, like, we knew how each other was thinking. Like, he knew if I was running a route, he knew what I was thinking as I was running out, as he's looking at the coverage, and vice versa. Like, I knew as I was running out, looking at the coverage and what play it was, I knew what he was thinking. All right. So we gelled on the field. More importantly, we gelled off the field, and we had the same philosophies and beliefs. So when we translated to the field, and we worked out together all the time. So whether if it was in the weight room, on the field, we threw a lot of routes, like just him and I, and that's what made us have that great chemistry. So in hindsight, for you quarterbacks who do our quarterback training, for example, encourage your receivers to come too, because that'll come together when you go to your school your school practices, because now you have a stronger relationship together when you're running your plays at your school. All right. Same as your receivers. If you coming to our receiver training, man, encourage your quarterback to come too. So you're working together. I hope that makes sense. it's cool that you can go out and go to a park or at your school and throw some, but when you're getting the proper training as well, why not? Okay. And then number 5, receivers. We can't just be good runners and catchers. We can't take plays off. That was what I was taught, and what on film looked good for me was, even if I was on the backside play, on a run play, I was not stopping. I was not taking plays off. I made sure I was out there blocking. Blocking is key. You could be that one block that gets your running back or your slot back or your quarterback to the end zone. So like for us, we ran a lot of option back then, triple option. And, it was key that I was out there blocking, for my running backs and my receivers. So got really good at blocking, being a soft receiver, meaning if you're only out there running and catching and you're not getting physical like the trenches do, man, you're not a complete receiver. So you got to get in there and make the difference on the run game as well. Never take plays off. So yeah, those are the 5 traits. All right. Number 1, speed. Number 2, make the tough catches. 3, explosive plays with the ball. 4, chemistry with your quarterback. And number 5, be a great blocker and never take plays off. All right, guys. Hope we see you at our training. Check us out at www.p1hawaii.com. You can also give us a call at 808-800-7150. We will see you all soon. Take care. God bless. Peace.